Welcome to Nightlife 24/7.
Are you ready to talk about sex?
No, let's talk about relationships.
Or is it time to talk about dating taboos?
It's on your mind.
So let's talk about it
On Nightlife 24/7.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Nightlife 24/7. I'm your boy, Mac, kicking it with my girl, Sweets, as always.
Jonesy.
First of all, let me say Happy New Year to everyone. Hopefully you had a safe one, you had a fun one, and your family and friends made it back where they started from with no incidents. How about you, Sweets? How about you?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to 2018 treating me well, and I'm looking forward to our new 2018 listeners.
See, this girl seems to fall right in her groove no matter what. And that's why we always going to be tight. We always going to be tight. Even if she gets married and have 15 kids, I'm going to be like, yo, this Uncle Mac, y'all need to sit your ass down and chill. I need to holler at your mom for a minute. I'm just saying.
Look, you know how they said back in the day, if you call him uncle, he ain't your uncle.
That was a different time back then. That was a totally different time. But I have to say, back in the day, though, people used to dress their ass off. You remember when it used to be a thing to go to the club dressed in a suit, dressed in a nice dress? I mean, you was killing it. You were killing even the church. Now people go to church, and which I have no qualms about that. As long as you going to church and you getting your religion on wherever it is, however it is, dressed however you want, that's fine. But I remember the day when it used to almost be like a fashion show.
Well, up north, church is still a fashion show. My grandmother, she has tons of hats. She orders dresses and catalogs. The deacons and things, they look like old pimps. They got,
solid red suit on with the black and red shoes.
With their Stacy Adams.
Yes.
Church is almost only the only place where you can go now to express your fashion. Because people are so relaxed these days in every other atmosphere.
Well, Sweets, I have to bump your head on that one. That is not true. There are people out there who have clothing fetishes. There are certain people who wear certain things that just works for them, turns them on, excites them. To see other people in those things turns them on. You know what I'm saying?
When you say it that way, there are a couple of things, clothes-wise, that turn me on. A man in loafers, a black man in loafers. Correction.
Okay.
A black man in loafers says something. That's very attractive. A black man in gray sweatpants, he could get it. There's something about them being on gray sweatpants. I don't know.
You know what it is? Because you looking at the shit that's hanging down in the front.
But other people are just now coming on to the whole gray sweatpants thing. But for me, for years, but they got to have pockets. The gray sweatpants with pockets. He could get it. It's very attractive. That we can do.
Thank God I got two pair of gray sweatpants with pockets.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
It's a turn off to me having sex with your socks on. That's a turn off.
What if you got ugly-ass, crusty feet?
Then you need to take care of them ugly-ass, crusty feet and stop covering them up.
Well, he could put some lotion on his feet, put the socks back on, and soften them damn things up.
But see, that's the thing. That's when your woman comes into play. Because I could give you your pedicure. I could give you your paraffin bath for your feet. We can work on them feet. But don't lay in the bed with me with no socks on.
We go
it's
back.
It's almost like you're in a rush and you got to jump up and go back to your wife.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Take off all your clothes.
We're going to back up for a second. Clothing fetishes or garment fetish. I'm going to give y'all the definition, okay? It is a sexual fetish that sound like the New York ain't talk, revolves around a fixation upon a particular article or type of clothing, a collection of garments that appear as part of a fashion or uniform or a person dressed in such a garment. You know, the clinical definition of a sexual fetish would require that the person be fixated on a specific garment to the extent that it exists as a recurrent or exclusion stimulus for sexual gratification. Now, that's the definition. I'm going to just put it out there. There are women that get off on wearing certain type of things. There are women that are turned on and become a totally different personality when they wear certain type of garments.
That is true.
So, hey, I mean, it is
true.
what it is. I mean, and we can't fault that. I like that. You know, we're going to break this show down in a couple of different areas. We're going to talk about by the type of garment. We're going to talk about, how about we also break it down and talk about the type of uniforms. We're going to talk about fabric types. You know, we're going to cover different areas within this show to hopefully give you guys an idea of what we're speaking of. But we also, because Sweets brought it up to me, there are also people who have sex with their clothes on because they have low self-esteem. They are ashamed of their bodies, you know, those type of things. So we're going to try to cover that too. My girl Sweets always makes sure that I don't leave anything out. She covers all that medical and psychological aspects of everything. So you guys get ready. We're finna bring it down to you right now. So if you're just tuning in, this is Nightlife 24/7. Your boy Mac and Sweets are on. We're talking about clothing fetishes. All right? We're going to start it off right off the bat by the type of garments. And you know,
so
the first
really quickly,
one. Go ahead.
Really quickly.
Go ahead and hit me with it.
What do you think the more popular types of fetish garments are?
Right off the bat, for me, you don't see them as much as you used to see them, but I still think they dominate, and I think they dominate more so overseas, would be corsets and those little, my second one would be those little private school girl skirts.
Got it.
So, but yeah, corsets would be for me, because I find them extremely erotic and hot and sexy, and hell yeah, corsets could do.
I would say a sundress. A lot of men like having sex with women in sundresses.
Hell yes. I didn't even think about that.
And I would say the bra. The pretty bra, you know? He'll take off all your clothes, take your panties off, all that stuff, but he'll keep on the bra. And he'll kiss your breast around the bra, you know? So I would go with the maxi dress, the sundress, and the bra as the more popular garment.
You have no disagreement with me on the sundress, maybe so with the bra, but you're right, because I've seen some women and they have a nice ass sundress on. I'm like, damn. And I've even said, I'm like, damn, you look really nice in that sundress. I mean, it's like, yeah, you look really nice in that sundress.
That translates to, damn, I'll fuck the shit out of you in that sundress.
Yes. I can't say that, but that's, yeah. You about right. So, okay. But hey, we're going to do it by garment type, and we're going to start off with restrictive clothing. Clothing that limits the wearer's movement is commonly used for this property, particularly among bondage enthusiasts, and it is commonly It has common appearance in bondage-related fetish fashion. Such restricted fashion, among others, includes corsets, collars, and hobble skirts. As many restrictive items of clothing belong to women's fashion, male restrictive clothing fetishes can have problems in obtaining and using such items while being labeled as transvestites. Whole nother show.
I have a couple of hobble skirts.
Yeah, we'll deal with that one later.
Look, I hope I don't get thrown in the wrong category.
Well, you're not a male, so you good. You are good. Let's start off with the corset. I've seen corsets on small to medium women all the way up to BBWs. I'm sorry, they're just a sexy piece of garment.
Corsets are very sexy.
They're just so damn sexy.
And I think it's because they're classic. Like, when you turn to, Turner Classic Movie Channel, all of the dresses from the 40s and the 30s, they were corset with bottoms,
right,
going on to the bottom of them.
So you remember at a day and a time, it used to take, you had to have a servant help you get into your dress.
Right.
Because they pulled it.
Yeah,
they pulled it.
Oh. Yeah. So it's like when I see corsets, I think of that classic sexy. That Marilyn Monroe sexy. It doesn't take a size or a color or race or whatever. A woman in a corset can get it.
Oh, she can get it. Lord knows she can get it. And you know what I love about corsets? The back of them can be so beautiful and intricate in the way they're laced up.
It's art.
It is. It truly is.
Some corsets, some of the ones that lace up in the back. You have the ones that zip up on the side. Other ones zip up in the back. But even though the lacy ones are harder to put on, I rather those because of the design, because of those tiny details, all of the loops and, and the design of it itself. So I agree. It's very attractive. The back of a corset is just as attractive as the front.
It really is. And we talked about this on body modifications. I remember me and Jesse were talking about it. There were people who had actually taken the corset design in the back and had O-rings, small round rings, pierced in their back on both sides, and then laced it like it was a corset, but it was their actual skin.
That I actually thought about doing.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but I'm thinking, like I told Jesse, what happens when they get older and the rings start getting closer and closer together?
Well, that's the thing. There are spacers that are actually underneath the skin, so some of them actually have little clamps in it where you can change the distance between, it's called dermal, where you can change the distance between the dermals. It gets very, very in-depth, but it is very sexy look. I've seen it on the legs. I've seen the dermals that are put on the back of your calf. And
never seen that. Never seen it. Only seen it in the back, in the middle of the back.
You gotta go to Vegas.
Yeah.
You gotta go to Vegas.
From the shoulder blade down to the ass, I've seen it, but that's about it.
I've seen it a few times with the dermals behind the calf, going down the leg, and it's laced like the back of a corset.
Well, for those of you who don't know what a corset is, I'm going to give you a brief description of what it is, how it's used, and basically a little bit of when to start. The training corset and bondage corset has also become a staple in fetish wear, particularly among professional dominants. A submissive or slave may also be forced to wear a tightly laced corset as a form of punishment or simple restriction. Also, the I can always never say this word, forget it. Practice known as tight lacing creates a particular type of pleasure for the wearer. In the 1980s, pop performers such as Madonna and Cyndi Lauper reintroduced and popularized the corset as a daring outerwear garment. This influence continues in present day in both fetish and mainstream fashion, and they are so correct. It still is prevalent today.
Yep.
So that covers corsets. And you know what I love about corsets? They can be cloth, they can be latex, they can be leather, they can be, what's that shiny material that looks like a fake type of plastic?
Satin.
Yes.
Oh, latex.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen them in so many different ways. I've seen women wear them in an erotic scene with just heels and panties on. I've seen women wear them in a business scene where they got a jacket over it and slacks. So you're right. Corsets can be multifaceted, and especially in today's world with millennials, they can put almost on any damn thing on and go with it. But this is the one that I have not seen a lot of, and I still find it very attractive in its own way. Hobble skirts. So
yes,
let me
they
take.
are.
Yeah, they're
and they
sexy.
make us look taller for the short girls. Hint, hint, hint.
Let me give you a little bit about hobble skirts, and then me and Sweets are gonna give you some talk about our experiences with it and what we've seen. And hobble skirts. A hobble skirt is a long, tight skirt extending below the knees and often ankle length, which is so tight that it's difficult to walk in. When used as fetish clothing, it is often made of latex or PVC and sometimes corseted to increase the restriction. Such skirts were briefly in mainstream fashion in the 1910s. However, they were soon abandoned as impractical. They were revived in the 1950s by John Willie and others as a bondage fetish style. I find, who turned me on about this? You remember the Monsters?
Yes.
His wife.
Elvira.
And the woman who played Herman Monster's wife, Lily, used to wear hobble skirts.
Well, my first introduction to the hobble skirt, which I thought was very amazing, was the singer Lola and Roger Rabbit.
Oh, my God, yes. Hell yes. I totally forgot about that.
Because the scene where they're like at the office and stuff, because remember the detective, whatever, she came in the hobble skirt.
Yeah.
And she was pretty much kind of like tiptoeing. Her hips were swaying from side to
side.
And as a little girl, I knew I wanted one of those.
All because of a Roger Rabbit cartoon.
Yes.
Wow.
Lola was bad.
Lola was banging.
Bad now.
Lola could blow your damn head off just with the shaking of her hips. Lola was bad.
I don't know who came up with that design, but she was all right with me.
I used to get so turned on by Elvira. I swear to God, I don't care who picks at me. I don't care who laughs at me. I used to have such a hard on looking at Elvira's show. That woman filled out every damn inch of that skirt and that corset.
Well, I think with the hobble skirt, because most hobble skirts are high waist, so for the woman that doesn't have the perfect stomach, the perfect waistline, it tones everything in. So you have the high waist that's toning in, your physical imperfections.
Right.
It's holding everything tight. Your thighs are tight. It puts emphasis on your hips and on your butt. I mean, it keeps your legs close together. So now you get that pencil shape, I mean, it does a hell of a lot for our physique.
The original Spanx.
Yes, literally, the original Spanx.
The original Spanx.
Most hobble skirts were of some sort of latex or nylon polyester blend. So it was thin, shiny, hard to get into. I know. plenty of days trying to get into my skirt. But for young girls, I mean, it's still a classic look, and it's sexy.
There is nothing sexier than a woman who has a tight skirt on, whether it's knee length or below the knee, and she is taking those small steps, and as she moves, her hips are moving from side to side. I mean, that is so. I don't care if you're a man, if you're a woman, that is sexy. It draws your attention. She knows that she's commanding attention when she walks past you. You're going to look. Yeah, you're going to slap the shit out of your man because he's got to look. He's got to. I mean, it's just the way it is. If you're a bi female, if you're a straight up gay female, you're going to pay attention to that woman walking. Just the way it is. It's all good. We are visual creatures. Sorry. We are. We are who we are. Now, this is one that I've always considered somewhat sexy, and it depends on the type of what they're wearing with it sometimes. But the next garments would be stockings and socks. Okay? Stocking
the
fetish.
Stockings,
yeah.
I can see, but the socks, no.
Okay. Well, you remember back in the day when they used to wear those long socks and the girls would have the different colors and the white and black ones with ring. The guys used to find that kind of sexy with the short shorts on. Yeah.
Yeah, because it goes with your skirt.
Yeah, the skirt or the little shorts you had on, yeah. So, stocking fetishes usually find sexual partners clothed in sheer nylon or silk stockings to be sexually stimulating, or they find the act of the person donning or removing a pair of stockings arousing. Some men find it arousing to collect and wear stockings, sometimes hidden under a pair of trousers. Like feet and shoes, sock fetishes often require some specific attraction in the object, which may include particular styles, knit patterns. People with a fetish for socks may have no special attraction to feet or shoes. Some speculate that the strong attraction some men exhibit to the smell of socks worn by women may be an example of the existence of human pheromones. The hypothesis being that sweat from a woman's feet may contain chemical attractants that arouse a male subject, and when a man subject is exposed to the smell of a woman's feet or footwear at a young age, that young man may carry a strong psychochemical imprint which motivates his enthusiasm for worn socks or shoes later in life. Okay, I'm just putting it out there.
A weirdo.
I'm just putting it out there. You can say what you want to say. If I took my damn shoes off after being in them for 10 to 12 hours, yeah, you're going to get an imprint. And it's going to be goddamn put his shoes outside.
Weirdo
That's going to be the imprint.
Is attracted to that. But, I did have a cousin that would smell the chair after you got out of a chair, and he would smell your shoes.
Wow.
Of course, he was our weird cousin.
Yeah.
But it was the fact that when I did, grow up, learn more about the medical aspects of smell in relation to our behavior, smells do leave a big imprint on what people are interested and aroused in. Because you have people that were raised in certain places and they're used to certain smells.
Right.
So when they grow up, they grow out, now they're around it, they're automatically attracted to it. Whether it be musk, sweat, funk, or however we, classify it or describe it. So I can kind of see the whole sock thing. But
think about it. How do dogs greet each other?
They sniff ass.
That's right. That's how they get to know the other person, the other dog.
Well, you can sniff my booty.
Girl,
my booty smells good.
Hey, I sniff your booty any day of the week. Okay?
Sniff my booty.
Yeah, I got you. I got you, boo.
OMG.
But
imagine.
I love socks. I'm not socks. I love stockings. for a woman to wear a pair of nice nylon stockings, and then she has the little things that clip on to hold them, the garter belt, and they have a bow at the top or in the back of them, and they got that seam that runs down the back of your leg. Oh, or even the fishnets. Sometimes a woman with fishnet on, and they've been torn. Oh my God!
I can do the fishnets. I'm not big into the nylons because I don't like the shade.
Gotcha.
So I'm not big into nylons, but I can definitely do the fishnet. And I can say that men do like to run their hand across your fishnet stocking.
It's hot.
Like,
even if they're torn, that just says
know,
you're dirty. Oh.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That I can do. I can do the stocking thing, the fishnet, not the nylon. I can do the fishnet. But what about men with socks? I can't do the guys with socks thing. That doesn't work for me.
I dated a young lady who was into that. She loved to take my shoes off, and she would inhale when she took my shoes off when they would come off. And then she was into feet. So let me clarify that. Her thing was about feet, and she liked sucking your toes and licking it. And it did nothing for me. I'm being honest. It did nothing for me, but it got her off, and she liked it, but it did nothing for me. I remember when she first approached me with it, I was like, no, you really don't want me to take my damn shoes off. I was like, really? But she was into that. She liked the musk and the smell of feet and socks. So, to each his own. And she wasn't hurting anybody. She wasn't breaking any laws. She wasn't doing anything illegal. It is what it is.
Well, she could stay wherever she at. We don't do the funky feet attractive thing. And then nope. A man told me to wash my feet one time. I had worked a double. I came home. He took my shoes off. I laid back on the bed. I still had on my scrubs. He was like, babe, your feet do not smell good. I was like, what? What you mean? He was like, babe, you want me to go turn on the shower? I was so embarrassed. Not like in a embarrassed like a stranger kind of way.
Right.
But it was just the point that I was just getting comfortable, and it's nothing like walking in the house and kicking your shoes off, and then taking your shoes off and pulling off your socks. And the last thing you want to hear is, "Say your feet do not smell good."
Oh.
So obviously he was not into my socks or my feet that day.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a damn shame when you pull them off and you say that to yourself.
Yeah, I could see, yeah.
Yeah.
But at least my feet are cute. They might not smell good all the time, but they're cute, though.
I haven't had the opportunity to check her feet out, but hey, one of these days, guys, for those of you who are into feet, she may let us take a picture and put of her feet and put them up on the website for you.
Well,
and then you can be the judge of how cute they are.
Setlife.com. My feet are there. I get a lot of hits on my feet for private photo sessions, just to put that up there.
Oh, okay. Do your thing. All right. For those of y'all who just tuning in, this is Mac and Sweets, and today we are talking about food. I'm sorry, I was going to say food fetishes because that's been on my mind. I can't wait to get to that one. But we're talking about clothing fetishes. This is Nightlife 24/7. And we are now moving from socks and silk stockings to guess what? I don't get it, but for whoever it is, more power to you. Sneakers.
Well, yes, I can see the sneaker fetish. Sneaker fetish is a big deal. But it's not just the sneakers. It's the cost of the sneakers, the style of the sneakers.
And the material from what it's saying here.
The color of the sneakers, the material of the sneakers. The sneakers are so multifaceted. I mean, look at this Jordan craze.
Yeah, I got you.
You have women that will diss a dude because he's wearing Reebok Classics and go for the guy with Jordan. they don't know anything about either one of their personalities. Both guys can be very handsome. You don't know anything about their personal background. It was literally the shoe that got their attention. So I can see the sneaker.
Well, what are Jordans now? $200-$300?
Jordans, well, about $400-$500.
That's why, because she figured if he can spend that much damn money on shoes, he gonna spend on getting her hair and nails done.
But see, that's my thing. I'm not attracted to guys that wear sneakers at all. I'm attracted to the guy that wear the loafer and the shoe. So if you have a sneaker on, that's a turnoff to me. So unless you're in like basketball attire, sport attire, or you know what I mean?
I was gonna say because he could be going jogging, going to the gym, could be going to work out,
like exercising or something, but not just an everyday regular guy that just had a closet full of sneakers and they wear sneakers every day. That's just not my thing.
But see, that's the funny thing though. Sneakers have become the everything. Sneakers for the millennials and certain parts of Generation X. Sneakers are the Stacey Adams of their world, because you can see them in jeans, you see them in suits, you see them in short sets, skirt sets, sneakers.
Yeah, but again, that's because women are attracted to the guys in them. A guy doesn't buy sneakers to impress other guys. They buy sneakers to impress women.
That's true. True. Now, unless you got those ones that are collectibles. Now, you got some guys that are getting those sneakers because they're collectibles.
Yeah, but that means they don't wear them. If they're collectibles, they're not wearing them.
Right.
So that's a different story. Now that I can see, because I do know a couple individuals that like those Yeezys and a couple of other brands that come out recently, these $1,100, $1,200, $1,500 shoes, they are not wearing those shoes. Those shoes are coming in a nice case and collector's edition and all of those other things. But there are some women that will literally like, oh my God, I will fuck the shit out of this nigga. He got on them Jordan 11s and they red. Like, I hear that. Like, I've heard that before.
Damn. Okay, I guess knockoff just won't do.
Sneakers will get you some pussy. Yes, there is a sneaker fetish.
Oh wow! And like I said, I guess a pair of knockoffs just won't do.
No, not no bobos. What's wrong with you? Now me, come on me with some Stacey Adams. Look at talk.
Yeah, see that's me.
I don't look a man from the top to the bottom. I look from the bottom to the top.
And that's funny because I taught my daughter the same thing. Look at the bottom to the top, sister, because he can't got some nice shoes on or clean shoes. That's a dirty man.
Yes, exactly. Now, unless you got a dirty job, that's a different story.
That's a whole different story, yeah.
But
yeah, I got you.
Nothing like a man in some loafers or some shoes. A black man in some loafers or some shoes. I could do without the sneakers.
All right. Here is the next garment that we're going to talk about that has a garment fetish. And I think this is worldwide. Swimwear.
I mean,
come on, you see a nice ass woman in a one piece bikini or even two pieces, or the one where the back is completely out and it's just part of the front.
But that's just so sexy.
And then women feel the same way with men.
No, because you guys don't have any swimwear. You guys have swimming trunks and thongs.
Yeah, swimming trunks, thongs, and then in Italy they still wear the trunks, not the, and like what you see the swimmers in their
trunks.
Well, yeah, like the trunks like you see in the Olympics. So
right.
I mean, it's not our fault. It's not our fault that the fashion world is not giving us more. That's not our fault.
Sexist. You guys have more options to look at for swimwear.
Women do. Women do. A woman can change a swimwear outfit 5 to 10 times a day and never be the same outfit.
That is true, because I probably own about 30 different.
Damn right. Suits. We can change our shit from either a thong, a pair of trunks, or the long shorts, the long swimming trunks. That's it. That's all we got. Or go butt ass naked.
Now that I can do.
See? But that's it for us. But yeah, I find
swimming outfit? Your birthday suit is your swimwear?
Yes.
That works for me.
Yes. I find swimwear sexy, and maybe it is a fetish. I love to see a woman in a nice two-piece or one-piece or a two-piece that's connected by a string or a wide piece of cloth down the front or the back and the sides are missing. Hell yes. Oh, yeah. Maybe I maybe I have a fetish. I don't know, but I think that shit is hot. Yes.
Well, I do too, for the simple fact that bathing suits are one of the things where there's a style for every body size. So there's something for every woman. And when a woman can walk around showing flesh and she's confident and she has on something that looks very sexy, I mean, that raises all the ratio and the percentages of you getting some ass.
And think about it. Think about it. Y'all can add a rap to that shit. Y'all can add a rap, and it makes it even sexier.
It's very versatile.
You can put on. They even have tops now where you can go straight from swimming and throw a top on and go hang out with your friends casually and have lunch. Come on.
Well, see, my thing, I never worn a two-piece, but I've always worn sexy one-pieces or the attached one-pieces, where, you know, the bottom might be thong style and the top might be like a crop top style, but it's connected on the side, or, you know, something like that. So I definitely see the different versatility that you guys can get when it comes to the swimwear fetish. Because if I feel good, then that means you get more play.
That's true. Here it is. We complimenting you. We want to spend more time watching you, rubbing shit on you. You know, yeah, I can see that as a fetish. And I think I could probably get into that fetish. I personally think I could.
Lord, I bet you can.
You damn right I could. Oh, my God. Put my ass on an island where everybody wearing nothing but damn swimsuits all day long. Hell,
that's so rude.
Girl, I would have my office. You know what? I would have Monday through Thursday swimsuit wear, and on Friday would be your casual day when you can wear jeans or a dress or regular clothes. You just got to wear it on Friday. I flip the script. I flip the script every day. Especially when on a nice ass, hot ass island all the time. Shit, why you worried about getting dressed? You better bring your ass on in a swimsuit. We good. Hey guys, I know y'all been listening to us and you're probably like, what the hell is going on with them? But you're listening to Nightlife 24/7 with Mac and Sweets. We only have about 7 more minutes left on the show, but we are talking about clothes fetish. And we were actually talking about the different type of garments. So on the next show, which will be on Friday, we're going to continue this segment talking about clothing fetishes, and we're going to finish talking about certain type of garments, but we're also going to go into different types of materials for these things that people have a fetish for. Now, I wanted to say something here. If you have a fetish for a certain type of garment, for your man or your woman, your significant other, your husband, your boyfriend, your wife, whoever, why not have something like a fantasy night with them and explore that? Why not let them know, hey, you know, I remember one time you wore this and I was so turned on. Why not just let them know how you feel about that so you can have that night? I mean, couples have date nights. Have a fantasy night.
Well, I think that for me, when those moments occur, we didn't have to talk because we was fucking on the way in the house. You know, those sundress days, those tennis skirt days.
Right.
Like, my guy, he had a thing for the sundresses. And because I'm so short, it's hard to find sundresses that don't drag on the ground.
Understood.
So when I buy them, I take them straight to the cleaners so they can be tailored. And if he called me and asked me, hey, what are you doing or where are you? And I said, I'm on my way to the cleaners. He's like, oh, you wearing that tonight? You wearing that tomorrow? He would get really excited. So first I thought it was just, how guys flirt with you. Oh, I like when you wear that. Oh, I like when you wear that. But I noticed that the attention that I got around the house when I was getting dressed was different. When we went places, he touched me more because I had on my sundress, a maxi, got in the house, and it's like sex started in the car. So I told him one day, I was like, I got to keep you in the house in the summertime. And he said, why? I said, because there's too many sundresses walking around out there. And we laughed about it, but he really has a thing for sundresses. And a lot of men do. Oh, yeah. So those conversations do need to be had because people are missing out on a lot of sexual experiences because they're not being boisterous about the tiny things that turn them on.
Yeah. Certain things you wear will move your partner a lot closer to you. You guys need to think about that. Men, you need to start letting your woman know, damn, baby, you really look good in that. I would like to see you in more of that. Women, you need to tell your man, hey.
For instance, when your man is heavily endowed, ladies, go and buy him some tighty-whities. Just, maybe 2 or 3 pair.
They come in 3-packs, ladies.
Tighty-whities on
3-packs.
When they get out the shower one night. Because we see them in the boxers all the time. We see them in these comfortable things all the time. But it's nothing like a pair of tighty-whities on a man that's heavily endowed. Just throwing that out there, ladies. Just throwing that out there.
All righty then. All righty. Thank God I got a couple pair of them too. But all right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Because we don't see it often because you guys are heavily endowed. So you guys are wearing boxers, under your boxers, just to kind of keep yourselves comfortable. But it's almost like those commercials from back in the day, those Gap commercials and the Aeropostale commercials, the Abercrombie commercials. You know how they used to have like the billboards when the top of the underwear was showing.
I remember back in the day.
And
Mark Wahlberg up there on the
yeah, like that. And our brothers get so comfortable that they forget you guys can do stuff for us too, and it's turn on. You get some head in them tighty-whities faster than you get some head in them boxers.
I'm wearing tighty-whities from now on, but hey, ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Nightlife 24/7. I'm your boy Mac. Kicking it with my girl Sweets as always. And we will continue, I promise you, we will continue this topic on Friday. Don't forget to check us out at www.nightlife247.com, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also contact us through our website if you got some questions, or through YouTube. You can check us out. Check out our vlogs and tell us what you think, and ask us to do other different type of vlogs for you. We'll be more than happy to. And as we stated in the new year, we're going to start doing Facebook Live once a week. It may be on a Monday, maybe on a Wednesday, but it is definitely coming. So please look forward so you guys can comment, ask us some questions, good, bad, or ugly. Put your 2 cents in there. We might give you 1 cent back, okay? That's all I'm saying. I always tell people, if you open up your mouth to say something, you got to be able to deal with the responses you get back. That being said, this is Nightlife 24/7. I'm your boy Mac. What's up, Sweets? And we are definitely out. And we'll talk to you on Friday about clothing fetishes. We at Nightlife 24/7 appreciate you, our listener, who has an open mind and heart and are able to listen, learn, and discuss those issues that affect you and your partner. By discussing these issues, we hope to keep the lines of communication open to help inform you, our listeners, and our community. It's on your mind, so let's talk about it on Nightlife 24/7.